Hey guys, it's Will from AFOL Anonymous. This is my first LEGO set review. This is the Harry Potter 2001 Forbidden Corridor. This retailed for £24.99 in the UK. It has 238 pieces and 3 minifigures. Now it goes for about £43 used according to Brickset. I got it as part of a bundle for £40 in total with quite a few Harry Potter sets. So I did pretty well on that. So we're just going to start with the minifigures here. This is Harry Potter. He comes in quite a lot of sets from this time. He has a purple cape, which is slightly less common than the black cape with stars that you get on quite a lot of the figures from this time. He's got his Gryffindor standard robes and a brown wand there. This is the classic head with no reverse face printing. Up next is Ron, another classic one. He's got this light grey wand here. His classic orange hair, and again, no back face printing, but he has that black cape with stars that I just mentioned. And then finally, Hermione Granger. She has the same torso and legs as the other figures. Again, no back head printing on her, but she does come with this tan wand and this translucent light blue water piece. And then of course we've got the main character of this set. This is Fluffy, the three-headed dog. This is all one piece, the main body, and then these single top head bits do detach like that. On the bottom you can see this is the same as the bottom jaw of a lot of the Lego crocodiles. If we snap that back in there, these two heads can open pretty freely, but then once they're open, the middle one can only move a bit, but then stick them back down, the middle one, move all the way up there. These legs do come off, but I'm not going to do that, because why would you? Other than that, no real articulation. You've got a couple of studs on the bottom. I'm reviewing this now because the new Fluffy Encounter set came out quite recently, and they've got a brick-built Fluffy, which I really don't think looks as good as this one. This one, like, it has a lot more detail, and it clearly is quite a small creature with big heads, which I think shows off the kind of otherworldly creature aspect of it. Whereas the new one, it's kind of all a bit lumpy and a bit big, and it's harder to tell what's going on there. So I love this more simplistic design here. So now moving on to the main build of the set, you've got a stairway leading up here to this little room where you've got a chest, a door with a key in it. Then that leads through to Fluffy's room. It sits right there, and then down the trapdoor into the Devil's Snare. So let's look at these pieces individually. So the stairwell section is pretty standard. This is something that you'll find a lot in old Harry Potter sets. There are 16 individual stairs, and then you stick them on a pole, and then you can wind them whichever way you want. I've always had trouble with these because they're not affixed in a certain position. As you can see, I can just twist it round there, so it's now coming out this way, or quickly pull it back. But what it does mean is if you're displaying it, it's fine, but then using it as a play piece, these tend to go a bit all over the place. So I'm not a massive fan of those, but it does give a very good sense of a spiral staircase. And you can see there's some detailing on the sides of some brickwork, which looks very nice. And then on the upper level, you have one of these classic Harry Potter sand green roof pieces that you see a lot in the older sets. This is a little crate at the back, which has a spare key in it for the door. Let me just get that out there. It's one of those old style keys that you get that fit in those doors. I'll show you that in a sec. But then also this rare piece, which is unique to this set. It's a printed flute piece. You can see on there's a flute pattern. This only came in this set. It's in kind of a chocolate colour. It's got a little detailing of a little owl there. Then that's where the reed would go. And then you've got 4 finger holes. If you wanted to see me unbox this, I actually, to complete the Forbidden Corridor set, I had to buy this piece off Bricklink. And I've got a Bricklink haul up at the minute where I open it up. And I don't remember if I was excited or not, but there's only one way to find out, which is click on the link in the description or at the end of the video. Thank you. What a segue. Right, I'm just going to stick that back down there. This is the door that I was talking about. You can see in there. There's a couple of flames on the side. This bat up here, this little classic old style bat figure that just pops itself on there. There's 2 in this set. And then this door doesn't have anything special to it, but it just opens like that, and it's got a key in it. And then moving on to the top section, obviously you can push the 2 parts together so that the door directly leads into Fluffy's room. You just pop Fluffy back on there. This room without Fluffy in it is pretty bare, but it's got these 2 flame pieces here. And then also in the middle, as I mentioned before, there's a trapdoor that can just be pulled up really easily there. And then finally, what I see as the main draw to this set, to be honest, is the Devil's Snare. This works by having it on some rotating pieces here, and then the 2 parts of the Devil's Snare are separate and attached by another rotating piece in the corner here. If you just push on this red bar up, it locks it into place. And then you see the trapdoors open here. You can take Ron, and if you just drop him in like so, the Devil's Snare eats him up. It's a really nice smooth mechanism, so you can see a little bit closer how this operates. You just push down and it flicks in, and if you wanted to lower it, it's all operable by that red piece there. I think another draw to this set when compared to the new Fluffy Encounter set is that the Devil's Snare in this, you've got leaves on the sides, but also this actual Devil's Snare build feels big, and it feels like, you know, compared to a minifigure, that's quite an intimidating piece, whereas in the new set it's only a few little sprouts of foliage, which isn't exactly what you'd want, although, you know, to each their own, bit of a botanist. But yeah, it's just, I think it's a shame in the new ones. I think this, although it's blocky and it doesn't look as dark as it does in the films, I think there's definitely a charm to having a more playable aspect to it. Now, as you can see in the back, there's another one of those bats, and these 2 spider webs as well that can come down or come up. There's a spider on both of those. And then, as mentioned before, depending on how you want to display it, this whole right section can rotate on these 2 hinge pieces there, and it can be set up at right angles. Even if you want to move the stairs around, you could put it together to be kind of an L shape. I don't know why you would. Or have it as a line straight out there. So that's the 4076 Forbidden Corridor set. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you leave a like. I'm obviously new to this, so let me know if any of it can be improved. I've got a Bricklink haul up at the minute and an eBay haul coming later this week, so click the bell, I think is something. I've heard about the bell from people. Make sure you click the bell to remain in the know about when I upload. I've also got a Twitter at AFOL Anonymous. I can't even say it. Why did I name it that? So you can check me out on Twitter. It'll mostly just be chatting to you guys, but also you can message if you want a specific set reviewed, especially if you've seen it in a haul video. I will fast track those if people want to see them. And yeah, I really recommend this set. It still really holds up, like especially the Devil's Snare section. I think Fluffy still looks great. You get a few unique parts. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye, I guess.